Lagos, welcome to another episode of the Spirit of Lagos podcast. As you know, my name is Aki Alabi, African Finance Agribusiness Coach, and also, anyway, God bless all those first, as they call me anyway. Maybe because of my signature, I don't know, but that's what I keep hearing from the Spirit of Lagos. This is another beautiful episode again on the Spirit of Lagos podcast, and I have with me this time around another set of fascinating, young, vibrant Lagosians that are doing amazingly well around their field and also trying to impact other people in Lagos. Once again, welcome to the Spirit of Lagos podcast. My name is Akin Alabi. So with me, I have two beautiful guests, which I'm going to introduce to you. But before that, they will tell me who they are, and we now move it further from there. So, bros, can you recognize yourself?
My name is Olumayowa Jolaoluwa.
Olumayowa Jola. Orúkọ yẹn gùn mẹ́. Olumayowa Jolaoluwa. Olumayowa Jolaoluwa. Olumayowa gangan. All right, can you recognize ma?
I'm Okunadewakemi Adeola.
Kemi. I'll just call you Kemi because when I go to I can't. Your name has a rhythm. It has a rhythm. Olumayowa Jolaoluwa. That's a rhythm. Anyway, so Jolaoluwa, so tell me what you do.
Actually, I'm a farmer in the aquaculture business, and I grow fish.
Now, hold on. You are a farmer in the aquaculture business,
Yes.
and you grow fish.
Yes.
So, in typical language,
Yeah.
you are a fish farmer. Great, that's fine. So, tell me, Kenny, what do you do?
Well, I'm a poultry farmer. I process broilers. I rear them from day old.
Okay.
I smoke. And partially, I'm into aquaculture.
Okay.
Also.
Okay, so this is how I'll do it. I'll call you Baba Elijah. Then I'll call you
Elediye.
Elediye. Baba Elijah, Elediye. When I'm paying you. So Baba Elijah.
Yeah.
You've been in this business for how many years?
About 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
So the question now for me to you is, what has Lagos done for you for this past 15 years that you've been into this business?
Wow. Initially, let me say, Lagos exposed me into the better way of growing fish. So, because I read Animal Productions.
Oh, beautiful.
So, growing up in Lagos, getting to know people and going through some trainings, I started my business.
What training was that?
Actually, apart from school, you have to have your vocationals
Yeah.
if you want to really practice aquaculture. So I got some trainings here and there.
Okay.
And later, Appeals project came.
That's what I'm more peculiar about. So tell me about this Appeal project to you.
Yeah, Appeals project has been marvelous because then we were just doing the business like a blind man, doing a black business, not taking some things into consideration.
Considerations, yeah.
So when Appeals came in, they came in with trainings on water testing because I'm into from the cycle. We do say the cycle begins with us.
Okay,
Because
yes.
I'm an archer.
Yes.
I arch the fish from
Yes.
the seed. So
Yes.
then we're just doing our business without considering the water information,
Yes.
the feed, the seeds, the broodstocks we use.
Yes.
So when Appeals came in, they came in with trainings.
Yes.
They trained us on how to monitor your water, the right pH of water you need to have
Yes.
to have a successful production. Then you may produce and maybe a month or two into the production, you may lose all the stock due to lack of knowledge. So when Appeals came
Baba Elijah, I can do there. Let's some waiting for education. Let's pause it a little bit. Yaladiye. Yes, a story to me.
Well, is it from the scratch?
From the scratch. Just give us what Lagos has done for you.
Well, to me, Lagos have done a lot for the past 5 years. Because let's say 50% of my family works in Lagos.
Okay.
So, and let me say I have passion for agriculture right from my childhood. Like I said, I'm partially into catfish.
Yes.
My elder sister reared fish.
Okay.
So, but she do this swam,
Okay.
the Eti pond.
Okay.
So that's where I learned catfish
Catfish production.
farming. So I have passion for it right from time. So when I got married, no work, child bearing and all that. So let me say I just instead of me sitting at home, let me start with this catfish
Business.
thing. So I started in my house, 2 bowl. I started. So along the line, from 1 bowl to 2 bowl, from 2 bowl to, so I was able to earn a little. But I have a friend. She knows I love agric. So she called me Eleja. At the weekend, at least people around my area, they will come down to my house, they will buy fish, I'll pot, wash for them and do the rest. So when this appeal project came in, she was the one that even saw the advert. So he just said, Eleja, and I saw this advert on government that they want to train fish farmers.
Fish farmers.
You that you have passion, will you go? I said, let's go now. She was the one that brought me to Agege.
Wow.
To take the form. I said, I know it, but I said, no, Jerry, you know government thing. Because I do tell people that that's my story. I never expected that I would be where I am today.
Wow.
He said, okay, let's take 2. He said, no, Jerry, government thing is like they have their own candidate
That's the idea of
that
government thing is
That
like
has always been the idea.
so that they have their own candidate that they will just say that she can't stress herself.
Self.
Okay, let me try. Lagos is risk, so let me even take the risk. If they take me, fine. If they didn't take me,
no
fine.
wahala.
So, and as God will have it, I was called for the first interview. After the interview, we went to this Alausa side. We did train interview from Abuja here and there. All this stuff. We went to Araga.
Wow.
That was December period. Before the COVID, we went to Araga. So when I go to Araga, the lecture started. All this while I didn't really have knowledge of what I'm going into.
To do, yeah.
But when we got to Araga, the lecturers, when this early morning they woke us, 5 o'clock to field. They are going for the poultry. We wake up 5 o'clock, go to pen house, clean, do everything. Before 7, we'll come back to class. So along the line, I started having the mindset of, I think this thing is going to work. And the lecturer we have, they really
good.
tried.
So when it's on Lagos actually got in the best hands to train you on this process.
They did. So the lecturers, they really tried because they make us to understand that poultry business is not just fun, it's a business. That if you want to make it in this agri, you must know what you are doing. Because then I don't do store keeping, sell market, buy, do. But they let us know that this thing is a step-by-step thing. And if you are able to get it right, you make your way.
Exactly.
So that was why I started. And to God be the glory, at least when they talk about processing farmer let me say Inibeju, at least they will see okay farm.
That's
so
it.
I just bless them.
No, that's a good one for you that you said that, because you see one of the things that about perception of people is that people feel that if any initiative coming from government, it doesn't work, or probably they believe that what's allowing what you want. But your story now is saying that look, you don't have to know anybody.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the son of a senator or.
Actually, I have an input to that because
yeah, please share.
The way appeal found me was at a time, I think 2018. Their field officer, because they have their field officer that captures farms. So he was just going about, and somebody brought him to my farm. And getting to my farm, he said, how long have you been doing this? I told him, he was like, wow. And the government has not found you. I said, well, we've been doing a bit. He said, appeals needs you.
Wow. Appeal needs
needs
you.
you. That people like you, youths like you, are people government is really interested in to empower and all that. So I said, well, I'm open. But then I was like, government. That's what they've been saying. I don't think anything good is going to come. So let me just give it a try. So the next thing I saw was that he called me and said the team is coming. The police team is coming to Badagry and they want to come and see my place. Lo and behold, the team, about 7 people came to the farm.
Wow.
They were so impressed.
Wow.
They saw me and they told me, okay, well, do you have a cooperative or you have a group? Or can you gather more people? Or how many people have you trained? I told them I've been training some people. So they said I should just gather more of the youths I know that does what I do. So I told them, okay, I'm going to try my bit. And from there, we formed a group. They started coming. They introduced us to so many trainings. And then they've been supporting us.
All right, no, your story has been so sweet to my ear. But I want to believe that in your journey of success, there's always areas where there are challenges and there are problems. You know, Lagos is a no Lagos, they say, is center of excellence. And I don't want to say that all through the process of your journey, you've been finding it so juicy and rosy and fine. So what are some challenges you have faced during that course of your business?
In my course of business, I would say water challenge.
Water challenge?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'll go a bit technical now. Then I told you initially when we're producing, although I've known that there's a particular pH level you need in water to hatch your fish. We need 7.0. And usually you just go dig your bowl. You can't be sure that you are going to get that exact
level.
pH. But when appeals came in, they came in and supported us with a treatment plant that will give you that exact. So then we've been having fluctuations. Today you may have 7.0 and maybe rain falls. It may drop to 4 point something, but it may rise to 8 points.
So there's not stability.
So that shock alone can cost you the whole of your production.
Wow.
So that has been a challenge. I've lost millions in the past.
Wow. What about you, Kevin? What has been the challenge?
To me, electricity.
Energy.
Like today, let me say I've lost more than 200,000 today as I'm sitting down right now.
What happened?
Because there is no light. And I have a supply that I want to deliver this morning. We couldn't get petrol to boost our generator so we can blast. And where we used to blast, no diesel. So we had to go and buy black market. So before we can transport it down here, it's spoiled.
It's spoiled. Wow.
So the problem, especially me, I'm having is electricity. And when it comes to this NEPA issue, no lights. But we are running generator, and now the eye of petrol is on the high side.
And she might try alternative energy. Is there anything you want to look at?
That's what I'm coming
That's what we are discussing.
Appeals.
Just yesterday, they should just try and do that for us.
That's
if they want us
energy.
to remain in business.
They've done that for us.
Oh, great.
In my own cluster. Just yesterday, they fixed 2 5 horsepower solar pumps.
Wow.
And that is
Solar pumps.
Solar pumps.
Beautiful.
Solar pumps, and man, I'm very, very happy with the project.
Oh, that's good.
But that has been a major challenge too. Weekly, we're running fuel up to like 60,000 to sustain the farm every week.
So, from what you now said, Kemi, it's like the energy is a major factor for your business.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyway, for any business, because energy is needed. So, that's not a problem. What we just do is to tell Governor Sanwo-Olu, Governor,
if he wants me to remain in business, they've trained me.
They've tried,
and I've tried. At least I'm supporting my husband at home.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So thanks to Sanwo-Olu. So this aspect, it should help me. If he still wants, okay, fine.
Doing business. All right. So before we wrap up the entire production, we need to just do one thing, and the thing is simple. One of the things that Lagos has been able to do over the years is to build new generations. As generation keeps going, and assets keeps going, still keeps coming. And that enough has sustained several things in terms of technology, SME. And I believe that even when you are at that age, you can't do things anymore. Definitely some people will take over your business. Yeah, okay, let me continue from where it's doing. So that means you also need to impact people, and so far you've been in business. How many have you impacted so far? Just you don't have to give me a large number, but in terms of
I believe I've trained over 30 people.
30 people that today can say yes, these 30 people are strong enough
about
to
15 of them have their farms already.
Wow, amazing. Because that's like 30 households,
Yeah.
which will also now expand into others. So Engo,
Actually, right now, just 5.
fine. No, 5 is something. That's 5
And they are
households.
women's.
When that like to drink, I'm
Oh,
right?
we are the backbone. Serious. We are the backbone. If we don't support you, you guys will break down.
Yes.
So, and to me, my growing up is not easy. So, I basically focus on women and youth, but girls.
Even the governor himself is very interested in that gender.
So, once we women we are independent, that we can stand on our feet, when this country gone, we know that
Yes, all right, that's fine. It's been amazing hearing from you, and I want to say that I've learned from your conversation, and I've learned 1 or 2 things that you've also discussed about Lagos, and also things that governor needs to focus on, especially for farmers like yours, Baba Eleja, what we need to do. But that's not a problem. Definitely, I believe governor has a listening ear. It's one of the most gentle and the governor that I've seen that has listening ears and compassionate about the people of Lagos. And that's one of the things we set up the podcast so the governors could listen to us, hear our feedback, and let's see actions that will be taken after this. So finally, I want to say thank you for being part of this conversation. I'd say gracias to you, and like the Hausa would say, ṣé dàlú kọ́ bá ń sọ ni? Dígò dàlú. Ẹ má bínú. Àṣà àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ẹ ṣé gidi gan for having us. Thank you very much. So finally, I want to say another episode of Streets of Lagos has come to an end. My name is Aki Alabi once again. I want to say thank you everybody that's taking their time to listen to this conversation from these amazing people for today's episode. Thank you very much. It's been an honor being part of you and also being part of us in this special episode of Spirit of Lagos. Thank you very, very much. Again, join us next time for another beautiful episode of the Spirit of Lagos podcast. My name remains Aki Alabi. Catch you again. Bye.